Howdy friends, welcome to Foothills of Appalachia. Today is July the 5th, 2024 of our 2024 garden season, and today we're going to give a update tour of the garden and just take you around and show you how things are growing, how the garden is doing. We hope you enjoy the video. Okay, I always like to come back to where the garden started at in the first of the spring. And here's our watering tank that we bought and put potatoes in. As you can see, they've died down. It's been terribly dry here. But yesterday we did get a good rain. It rained for 40 minutes. Good rain, soaked up in the ground. It was so dry the ground was cracking open in North Georgia. But it won't be long. We'll be, just a few days, we'll be digging these potatoes up. They pretty much done growing all they're going to do. Have our in-ground potatoes right here. A row of them, you can see they're dried up too. They're just almost finished. I have them mulched with leaves. That helped a lot about holding the moisture in. And it definitely holds the weeds down. Right here we have our sweet bell pepper. It's growing. Got a few little pepper on there. For some reason, pepper just grows slow. I don't know what it is. They just grow slow. And then right here we have our Mountain Pride tomatoes. You can see they're halfway up the pole. I need to get in here today and retie them a little bit. Don't want them to falling over. I try to keep them off of the ground the best I can. Seems like if you let them leaves get down and touch the ground, it just causes disease problems. Got a few little tomatoes coming on. We plan on canning these tomatoes, making juice out of them and canning them. My wife likes to can them, and through the winter she'll put them in all kinds of soups, and you name it, she puts them in it. Right here's our green beans on our fence panel. They're Mountain Half White Runner green beans. But the rain, you can see the ground's good and wet. It came a good rain. I'm thankful for that. But you can see they're growing to the top of the panel and waving in the wind. They run out of room to grow. I don't know how high they'll go, but they'll just keep a growing. Right here we have our okra. Got it all thinned out, and it's doing good. Since we got this rain, things will really take off like a rocket. Right here's our hickory king corn. It's higher than my head. It's pretty and green. Right here we have our cucumbers. They started climbing up the fence panel. Several little cucumbers in there. Right here we have our butternut squash. It's growing right along, doing good. Got several little squash on here. Just love to see this stuff grow. Got a full row of that. Right here we have a row of tomato plants. There's 8 of them. They're the last ones I set out, but they're doing pretty good. I gotta get in here and tie them up a little bit more. It's been so dry, I've been having to water everything just almost every day, but I'm so thankful it rained. You can kind of keep them alive watering them, but they don't really do good watering them, but I think they're gonna make it. Right here's our hickory king corn, and have a couple of hills of squash. Those are, if I remember right, those are yellow straight neck squash, and that over there is zucchini. Right here in front of me we have a row of sweet potato slips that we've put out. They're starting to take hold. I've been having to water those every day, but they're starting to grow and run a little bit. And here to my left is a watermelon patch. Got 7 hills of watermelons. They're starting to run. Got blooms coming on them. Down here on the end we have 3 hills of cantaloupes. But this rain will do it good. These taters are starting to run pretty good. Right here's our raised bed with cucumbers in it on each end. That's zucchini squash and yellow straight neck squash. Right here I had a little bit of garlic I just set out to keep it from drying up. It's starting to grow a little bit. Look in here, we have some blooms in there and a few zucchini squash coming on. I got a couple there I need to cut and get them out of there. Be eating squash tonight. These cucumbers, they'll climb this fence panel. And they're not hard to find. They're real easy to find and pick like that. They usually grow up almost to the top. And that's the way I like doing them. You just walk up to it and you can see them real good. Just reach in there and grab you one. You ain't got to bend over and get down on your hands and knees crawling around trying to find them on the ground. That's the way I like to do them. Right here we have another small garden patch. It's just in the corner of the yard. It's all the way across the yard away from their main garden. Just somewhere it's dries up and dries out a little quicker in the springtime. I can get stuff put out here earlier than I can my main garden. We have some jalapeno pepper here and tomatoes. And there's a worm got on that one. Stripped it. And those leaves right there are just now starting to come back. I know it's a worm because I seen his evidence of his droppings on the ground, but I never did find the worm. I hope a bird eat him. Got a few little tomatoes coming on here. Here's a watermelon that came up volunteer. I don't know what kind it is. I don't remember what kind I had over here in the past. But we've just been working around it and watering it and taking care of it. So there you go, folks. There's just a little update on our garden. It's July the 5th, and we just want to give you a little small update, and we want to thank you for watching Foothills of Appalachia. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day.